Hey everyone, it's your Crafty Crochet back for another video. I think this is episode 95 or 96. I could be wrong. If you hear somebody snoring, my kid is in here with me. He is actually occupying my desk. Yeah, he's definitely occupying my desk. I wish I could show you. I guess I can. That's his legs. There's his head. So yeah, he's took over my desk. So, I'm gonna take my hair down because I'm a little chilly. And I don't want to put a sweatshirt on because then I'll get too hot. That's better. Okay. I know I'm late and I apologize. I had family come and visit, and then I got sick. And then I was sick before, and then I got better, and then my family came, then I got sick again. And I'm starting to feel better, so I figured I'd get this podcast done. And I have to get it done tonight. And by the way, it is Wednesday. It is 10:52 p.m. and it's the 28th of November already. I have a lot of finished objects. But the main reason I had to get this done was because two of the items that I finished are leaving and going to their permanent home tomorrow. So let's just get right in. We are going to do finished objects first. Hey, you're the one that's in here, so you're just going to have to deal with it. If you didn't occupy my desk, you'd have more room over on the bed. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I have some narwhals, and they rattle. Okay, so this is a narwhal. This is Randy's pattern. Blue and orange. The blue is Red Heart with Love, Blue Hawaii. And the orange is Big Twist of Value Pumpkin. So there's that little narwhal. And he, like I said, he rattles. That's because, I'm just gonna throw those over there. My mom, this is on a tangent, but my mom ordered me these, little canisters. I was gonna use them for safety eyes, but they are way too small. That's all the bigger they are, and the lids come off. So, we were at Michael's, and I found these really, really tiny little jingle bells. So I put them in these little canisters, and then I take a needle or I take a pair of scissors and poke holes in them so that they're a little louder when they're in the stuffing. So you get 50 of them, and these were like only a couple of dollars off of Wish. But yeah, I have a whole bag of them. 50 pieces, yep. So yeah, I plan on getting more of those if I run out. So, along with the two items that are going away, I'm also sending my two wasabi bunnies that I made. This one is in green and this one is in blue. They are going to a brother and sister. The little girl is, I think, 3 and the little boy is 5. I also finished this narwhal. It also shakes. It is blue variegated with white. The blue variegated is cerulean or something like that. It's Red Heart with Love. I think this yarn was on clearance at Joann's because a lot of it looks like, you know how when you I don't know if you guys have this problem, but if you get like Velcro on yarn, how it like pulls like all the fibers off of it, that's what happened with this. So this is that cerulean or whatever you call it, and it's just white Big Twist Premium and just white. So there's that little guy. I did use blue nail polish, so his eyes looked glittery. So I also made a little octopi, and this is out of Day Glow. Just a little one. It's a revamped version of the ones that first came out. I like these ones, or this pattern, because it is worked all in one piece. I will share that at the bottom of, I will share that in the description box below. I have more in here somewhere. This one does not shake. It is blueberry and white, Big Twist Premium. I also made a hippo that does not shake. But isn't he cute? A little purple hippo. This is also blueberry. He's purple. And my 2 finished hats. So the little girl is a big fan of Sky, the dog on Paw Patrol. So I made her a little hat. I made it so that she can wear it for a longer period of time. And the little boy likes Batman, so I made him a Batman hat. And I have to take those down after. Oh, there was one more in here. Actually, I have another one over here. I made this teeny tiny little octopus. I made him, and I made another one, but this one has red eyes on blue, so I made that little guy. And this little guy is green. It has a little bit of blue at the top, and then his tentacles are all pink. I'll share the link for those in the description box. I'm just going to, well, if my kid will ever. Okay, so now we are on to WIPs. So, as of yesterday, my closet is completely empty of all of my all of my donations. My closet is completely empty now. We went around yesterday and donated everything. I had a little bit of a problem. We went to donate to my homeless shelter, and they have a humongous padlock on the door and a red box on the door, and they moved, and I do not know where they moved to. So we took my stuff to the hospital, and my grandmother was like, well, what are you going to do with the stuff for the homeless shelter? I'm like, well, since I can't find, where the homeless shelter went, I think I'm just going to give them to the hospital. That's what I did. I gave 6 boxes to the hospital yesterday. So, and I mean, they were big boxes. Like, they were like, some of them were this big and like this wide. They were humongous boxes, and 3 of them were big, and then I had 3 smaller ones. So yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. So they got a lot of stuff, and me and my grandma were talking, and she's like, I bet you they're having a field day going through all of your donations, because they have to go through them all to figure out where they are. And the one thing I did to help them was, on each box, I wrote down, like, what was all in there. Like, if I had 18 baby blankets, I wrote 18 baby blankets. I had 16 shawls, I wrote 16 shawls. So yeah. that helped. So, it's only November. It's only the 20th of November. And I was bad. I started stuff. Okay, I'll admit I started stuff like 2 weeks ago because I was just gonna make stuffed animals until we donated. I wanted to donate closer to or Christmas, but my great grandfather is in the hospital. He is filled up with fluid around his heart and his lungs. So we went up to the hospital. My grandma's like, you should just, before we went up, she was like, you should just donate your stuff while we're going up there anyway. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So now I can work on other stuff other than stuffed animals. I love working on stuffed animals, but I was missing the big projects. Like, I started a couple of shawls. I started some baby blankets. They're probably not going to get, the shawls might get finished before the next year, before 2019, but the baby blankets probably will not. Excuse me. So, my grum's like, well, you could read, too, while you're waiting. I'm like, nah. Although today I did get a book out to read a little bit. I'm on like page 9 already, so it's right here. It's Lisa Jackson. I love her books. Left to Die. Can you see that? No, there we go. Lisa Jackson, Left to Die. I love her books. I love crime books. I love Lisa Jackson, James Patterson, John Sanford, Lisa Gardner. There's a couple other ones that I like. So anyway, you're here for the Arnie stuff. You're here to see my works in progress. So, let's get started with those. So this one is not very far at all. I kind of have to watch the video more on this one. But, like I said, honey, you're just going to have to deal with Mama right now. You're the one that chose to lay there, so. I started a Lost Souls? It's not even a word. Lost Souls shawl, and I'm only like on row 5, I think. Yeah, I'm only on row like 5 or 6. So I still have to, and I am watching Fibers. Okay, Fiber Spiders tutorial for that. I am following along with him just to get the repeats down, and then I think I'll be okay on my own. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to do that one last because I'm probably going to work on it after I show you it. After I get this uploaded. I am also working on a Lost... What am I? This seems like this is my first podcast. I am also working on Path to Eden shawl. And this is, I'm using impeccable yarn until I get rid of it. I have 3 more colors. I have this orange, and it's called Pumpkin. I have purple, and I have this other purpley color, which is Rich Orchid, and then I have a couple of random ones in there. So this is the Path to Eden shawl, and I love the texture of it. It has these really, really nice ridges to it. So basically, I use a skein until I can't use it no more. And, come on. This is all I have left of the blue. So that is going to go into a scrap project. Which I have to figure out which kind of scrap project I want to do. Because I have a lot of scraps I have scraps in 3 different places in my room. I have a little basket over here that has all of the scraps that I finish over here. I have 2 or 3 bags over on my bed that have scraps in. So I need to get working on finishing up my scraps. I also have this shawl, and it is being worked in the grenadine colorway. It is getting quite big, and it's like a real hot pink color. I'll try to show you the color. Here's the color. It's like a darker hot pink, I would say. I'm showing you the back of it. Yes, I am. Here's the front of it. So it's getting quite big. I am going to finish off this row, do another rib row, then I am going to put the border on it. And at the end of this video, I am going to tell you of all the places where you can find me. It drives me crazy when everybody does that in the beginning. I understand why they do it in the beginning, but I don't like it. Okay, so this is another shawl, and I honestly do not know the pattern of this shawl. I don't know where I got the pattern is what I'm trying to say. So it looks like this. It's a very lacy, open shawl. My yarn was touching my kid's foot and he wasn't happy about it. If he would just go lay on the bed, he wouldn't have to have me touching him all the time. Oh, so for those other 2 shawls, for the grenadine shawl and the impeccable shawl, I was using an 8mm hook. And for the Lost Souls shawl, I am using a 5mm hook. And this one, I am using a 6 because I like it open and lacy. And I am using Mandala Baby in the Honey Dukes colorway, which looks like this, which is really pretty. So that is that one. I have like 5 more WIPs, so told you I started a bunch of stuff. This is a scarf that I'm working on. I'm using a 6.5mm hook for this. It is in the Calm Fair Isle yarn, Red Heart Super Saver. So I'm just pretty much using it up. So that's that one. Like I told you, kid, if you didn't have to be laying all over my desk, you could have a whole bed to yourself. In this one, I am using a 5.5mm. But this is going to be a blanket, which I know it looks really big, which it kind of is. It kind of is big, I guess. This is the bean stitch. I've been wanting to do the bean stitch for a while now. And I started the bean stitch in mandala yarn. I tried it twice. I tried it in a triangle. And that's just some cupcake yarn. I think it's blue denim confetti or something like that. So I tried the bean stitch with the mandala, regular mandala. I tried it in the triangle, and I worked and worked and worked on it, and I got half the skein done, and I had only done like this much. So I ripped it apart, and then I was doing the bean stitch again, but I was doing it flat. I was gonna make a blanket out of it, but it seemed like it was taking me forever to get that blanket started. So I ripped it apart, and then I tried with the worsted weight yarn, and as you can see, it went so much better. Now I started another blanket, and this is made with Karen Big Cakes in the blue macaroon colorway, I think. I got this on sale for, or UJet got this on sale for $3.99. That was right, blue macaroon. And I've been wanting to try the granny stripe. I did the granny stripe. I finally figured it out. Watched the tutorial, figured it out. So much happier now. So I'm using a 5.5mm for this one. There's the stitch, and as you can see, I am over here. And I have a lot of yarn out because I frogged something and I don't remember what I frogged. So, yeah, that'll be fun getting that out. That knot out. And I have a baby blanket that I was working on. I am using mandala in the color Mermaid, which is blues and grays and white. Excuse me. And I was working on this at my aunt's. We went up to her house for Thanksgiving. So I was working on this up there because it was like a one skein thing and I didn't have to think too hard. So yeah, just a baby blanket. I am just now getting onto a lighter blue, as you can see on the corners. So yeah, working on that one. I'm using a 5mm for that. If I use mandala, it's usually a 5mm. Or if I'm using a lightweight yarn, it's a 5mm. And I'll just close that. My last blanket is the one that I'm going to be working on later on tonight, so I'm not even going to put it away. And it is called the Midwife Baby Blanket in the ice cream color Lemon Meringue, I think. I saved the ball band. Yes, Lemon Meringue. Which, there's the ball band. And I'm actually going to put this ball band. Because I think one time I called it Sunshine. It's not Sunshine. And then here is the yarn. Different shades of yellow and white. Kid, you're really cramping Mama style. I love you, but man. Okay, now for the introductions. My name is Elizabeth. I go by a Crafty Crocheter on here and on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram as a Crafty Crocheter. I also have a Facebook group called a Crafty Crocheter. I don't know if podcast is at the end of that or not. If you have any questions, you can ask me either through email, which is elizabethalice1991@gmail.com. That will be in the link. That will be in the description box below. You can also send me a question on Ravelry. I have a group over there, a Crafty Crocheter podcast, where you guys can ask me any questions about anything. I am an open book. Nothing is off topic. And all of these links will be in the description box below. And I have to remember to look at the camera and not at my face. Which I've been doing that a lot this podcast, and I do apologize. So if you have any questions, you can go and you can ask them through my email account, or send them to me through my email account, or you can send them to me through Ravelry. Whichever, I have no preferences. So I hope everybody has a good day. Hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to you guys again probably Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Bye.